Welcome, crypto fam, to the #1 daily Bitcoin pod. In today's show, I'll be breaking down the latest Bitcoin technical analysis as well as breaking news. The Hong Kong Bitcoin and Ethereum ETF structures have been revealed at the April 30th launch. And not only that, but Harvest Fund, the $230 billion fund, is going to be trading with 0% fees. Let that sink in. We'll also be discussing the Binance founder should be jailed for 36 months, according to the U.S. prosecutors. That means 3 years behind bars. We'll also be discussing I moved on to other things, says Satoshi Nakamoto's final email revisited 13 years later. I'll be breaking this down for you. We'll also be discussing 1 million Bitcoin price still in play amid this macro liquidity surge, according to Arthur Hayes. And speaking of $1 million price predictions, billionaire crypto OG Brock Pierce unveils a reasonable price target for Bitcoin. Hint, hint. $1 million. We'll also be taking a look at the overall crypto market. All this, plus so much more in today's show. Now, welcome, crypto fam. Bitcoin is pulling back. We're down 2,300 on the day, but maintaining above 64 G's, baby. Shout out to everyone in the live chat. What it do? Holla at your boy. Make some noise. Shout out Jennifer. Good to see the mods always doing their thing. Casey, how you been? It's been a minute. Hopefully you're well. Michigan in the building. Crypto Today, Robbie Kaiser. Welcome. Crypto Dell UK, reppin'. I'm always on lunch, says relaxing. Enjoy. Sideways for a long time, guys, says Renee. How you been, Renee? It's been a minute. You are 2 minutes late. How dare you? Am I really 2 minutes late? I thought I was right on time. Glad to be back after a 4-day sailing trip to Catalina Island. Love from Santa Barbara, Hodl Gang. Shout out to Moonstone. Glad to have you back. Hey, JV, bought the dip today. Pump it up. This one's for you, Susie.
Pump it up.
Just Blaze. Shout out Don George. Good to see you. Holla. Let's go 80 G's, baby. Shout out to Featured Games. Good to see a family. JV in the house. Shout out Devon Short. Always a pleasure, family. What it do? Ellen Todd, welcome. Good to see you guys. Much love from the UK. Holla. Holla if you hit me. To my crypto family. Shout out Matt Baker. Good to see you, broski.
Pump it up.
How many of you are taking advantage of this dip? Let me know. Put a BTFD in that chat. Beautiful day for buying the biddies. A hell of a day. Tell them McFootinator. Welcome to the stream, family. What's poppin'? If you guys are just joining us, this is live and interactive. Let me know where you're tuned in from. Bill, my journey to 0.1 BTC started this week. It's going to be a struggle, but I'll get there. We believe in you, fam. Keep doing what it do. A word of the people storing the wealth in fiat. I mean, you already know, Andrea, what we refer to those people as. You know what I mean?
But like most of the people who are buying assets.
Yes, hit the likes. Thank you, Jennifer. What up from the interwebs? Shout out Tony. Good to see you guys.
At some point want to sell the assets at a profit.
People that use.
Shout out Don George. Have you guys heard that you should buy Bitcoin on a full moon? Traditionally, it dips when in a full cycle and goes much higher after. Either way, I just picked up some more. Congratulations, Don.
Fiat currency as a store of value.
What do we call them, folks? Shout out Beach Guy Dave. Good to see a family. Dennis Titter. Welcome. Second time to the live. Let's go. You got that right, Knoxville. That's what we call them.
We call them poor. We call them poor. People.
That is right. I'm going to buy more on the dip. Good to hear that Devon music to my ears. Shout out Ashley. How you doing, family? Blue Sea. Hello, guys. Is it possible 1 million in value in Bitcoin this year? Because I'm still far away for a million. Is it possible this year? Absolutely. Is it the most likely scenario? No. I'm not predicting it happening this year. Will it happen? Absolutely. Will it happen this year? Possibly, but more than likely not going to happen this year. Those are my thoughts, at least. Let me know your guys' thoughts. Back from the hospital. Why were you in the hospital? Unholy Almond. Hope all is well. Beautiful, beautiful. What up, what up, chill? Let's get it. We call them poor. We call them poor. Precisely. What up? Shout out Dirty. Let's keep it dirty. Let's go, McFootinator. Welcome, welcome, y'all. Dippity dip. You got to take advantage of that, Ellen Todd. You already know.
The biggest crypto failure in history is probably FTX at $9 billion. Were you the chairman of the SEC when FTX collapsed?
Yes.
You sure were.
And how many times did you meet with FTX prior to their collapse?
Too many times.
I think my public record shows 2.
You met it with them?
Yeah, so FYI, no Rumble show today. I tried to set it up. It was giving me problems. And if I couldn't set it up, I'm just assuming there's some technical issues. So there's no Rumble show today. Typically, we stream every day on YouTube and Rumble, plus have the uncensored version of the pod exclusive on Rumble. Today, no Rumble, unfortunately. And it's not my fault. I try to set it up. Sometimes it don't work. Every once in a blue moon, it is what it is. So only on the tube for today. Just a near-death experience. Oh my God, for real. But I refuse to die until we hit 5 million a coin. Tell them, family. That's the way to do it. Hard to kill. Like Steven Seagal. 1 million 2032. Send it.
Pump it up.
David asks, what's the deal with Bitcoin pumping in Japan? Well, we pump all over the world. Kitchen, what is that? Kickin' Chicken says it hit the like button. Cheers, Rick. 250, send it.
Look, pump it up if your game went long. When the dip hit,
You just ate like King Kong. Come on now.
More than 5 sats in your stack.
Let's get it on. You haven't asked if you're loud and clear. It's like you don't care. Exactly, Thomas. I'm assuming we are because the streams have been good. However, if I'm choppy or not loud or clear, please let me know. Yesterday's show makes up for today. Thank you, Devon. Agreed. Yesterday was pretty lit, wasn't it? Shout out to the Rumble fam.
Had the people on my back to get a song. Very broke, have a talk.
Smoked them like a bong. Anyways, fam, if you're new to the channel, important to smash the subscribe button to receive daily premium crypto news alerts every day, just like this. Also, important to show your love by smashing the likes. And if you do that, it helps out tremendously with the YouTube algorithm and is greatly appreciated. Today is pod episode number 1619. I'm your host, JV, and it's April 24th, 2024. Let's kick it off with our market watch as we do each and every day. You can see Bitcoin trading just above 64,000, down 3.5% on the day. We have Ether, Solana, Cardano, XRP, all the major cryptos correcting and in the red. And checking out coinmarketcap.com, we're still sitting at a 2.4 trillion market cap with roughly 80 billion worth of volume for the past 24 hours. Bitcoin dominance 53.3% with the Ether dominance at 16.2%. My question for the chat, how high do you think that Bitcoin Dom will likely climb for this particular cycle? Can you see 60, 70%? Let me know your thoughts. And checking out the top 100 crypto gainers for the past 24 hours. Today we got Bonk leading the pack, up 13% on the day and 80% on the week with a 1.6 billion market cap, followed by Algorand, up 12% on the day and 26% on the week with a 1.7 billion market cap, followed by Whiff, up 7% on the day and 32% on the week with a $3.2 billion market cap. Below that, we got Ondo, Chili's, and Near. Now, which particular altcoins family are you guys most bullish on for this particular bull run? Holla in the chat. And checking out the crypto bubbles to get more of the visual perspective. Safe to say 95% of the top 100 crypto coins are correcting and in the red. And zooming out on the monthly, very similar. The majority correcting, bleeding, and in the red. Can you say Rex City? And checking out the crypto greed and fear index, as you can see on your screen, we're currently rated a 72 greed. Yesterday, 71. Last week, 67. And last month, a 75 in greed. So there you have it, my crypto family. Shout out to the Sandman. I appreciate the likes, family. Still holding my Bitcoin I bought at $10. An OG or a fool? You're definitely an OG. Definitely not a fool. Congratulations on buying at $10. That's like next level extraordinaire. You know what I mean? That must have been like, I would imagine 2009 or 2010. Let me know. Shout out to all the OGs out here. That's pretty impressive. Jennifer's like, yeah, OGs are here. I bought at $400. So like, whoa, it's craziness. Imagine if we had bought $100 Bitcoin when it was $2.50. Forget about it. Anything besides Bitcoin is fugazi, if you know what I mean. JV killing it. Thank you, Mark. I accept that. Patrick Bryant, welcome, family. Welcome to the stream. Susie Carr says 100 G's by July or August. Send it. That's what's up. All in or nothing. I dig it. Definitely relate to that sentiment. I got advised at $2 and said no. Good Lord. At least you got smart when it 5x to $10. So you'll take that all day, right? But wow, whoever advised you to buy at $2, you should send them some flowers or something special, if you know what I mean. Maybe a new Bugatti. I just found my old Seals with Clubs poker account from 2013. The site is still running. Interesting, Illumina. Bitcoin will attempt 100 Gs. You damn straight. I'm predicting 100,000 this year in 2024. Let me know if you agree with that. That's right. All these altcoins are fugazis. There's only one real king, if you know what I mean. All in or not all in? That's the question there, Ron P. You got that right. Shout out Ron P. Job bless. We heard Kramer report that. Yeah, so welcome to the stream, Lenny. Greatly appreciate your OG-ness here with us.
We bought more bags, till we got a sword back. Can't short your dork, we can't afford that.
Wait to the pump.
For the pump to come,
We should have bought that. Crypto to zero. They really thought that?
bought that. Crypto to zero, they really thought that.
The beauty of playing Little Bubble every day is I'm starting to remember the rhymes. This is awesome. First Bitcoin purchase was 2 pizzas for 10,000 biddies. That's crazy. It is crazy. Because what is that worth today? I'm going to guess like $600 million. My stepson told me about it in 2010, 2011, and I researched it until 2015. And when I bought, wow. So your stepson is virtually a little god. You need to hook him up with the Bugatti, Jennifer. Respect to the grandson or stepson. That's amazing. I'm about 85% in Bitcoin. BTFD says Data Aware. Welcome to the stream. Love it. You need to be 100% all in. Maybe keep a little bit of fiat to pay your bills. 60 G's, baby. Someone mentioned 60 G's.
60 G's, baby!
Taking a nap like the Nipsonator. Hold it up, JV. You got it, Automan. Welcome to the stream. Bitcoin 100 G's, summer 2024. Let's go. Orange panty night, all day, every day.
It's red panty night when you sanctify me, eh? Back at home with your wife.
Yeah, I mean, it's a celebration.
It's a celebration.
You already know. Where was this channel back in 2010? I know. If only I was in Bitcoin in 2010. Good Lord. Good Lord. In this cycle, I believe 200,000 on Bitcoin is logical. If it goes to 500 G's, it'll be damn crazy bull run. Well, I'm praying for the damn crazy bull run, Blue Sea. We shall soon see. Yeah, I noticed Biden looking to raise taxes again. 44% capital gains tax incoming. You need to go to Puerto Rico. Or you need to go to El Salvador. Or you need to get the hell out of that jurisdiction, if you know what I mean. 1,562 sats per dollar. Bargain. Tell them. You got that right, Mark. That is Connor. Welcome to the stream, Mr. Anthony. My stepson had 30 biddies when he turned me onto Bitcoin. I am sure he has more now. That's what's up. Respect. Welcome, Fiction. Welcome, everyone. Join the stream. Pump the likes, pump the stream. Let's dive into today's Bitcoin technical analysis. Check out some of the charts with the price action likely to go next. Here, you're looking at the 1-hour chart. Bitcoin kept up pressure on key resistance into April 24th as research showed the whales buying that freaking dip. The Bitcoin price action circles 67,000 after a boost of the latest daily close, according to TradingView. And still within a narrow end range, the bulls continue to grind away at the nearby order book liquidity, as you can see here on this heat map. And according to the current figures from CoinGlass, a bid wall of around 35 million on Binance was taken into the daily close, with the bulk of asked liquidity now sitting between 67 and 67.5, according to the analysts here, Material Indicators. A 1-month view of the order book illustrates how dynamic changes in liquidity placement impact the overall price action. The net effect of blocks of Bitcoin asked liquidity moving lower and some blocks of bid liquidity moving higher tightens up the active trading range to roughly $62,000 to $68,000. And here you can see the order book liquidity on the largest crypto exchange, which is Binance. So the chart additionally showed trading behavior amongst classes of the Bitcoin whales. Of interest is the 1 to 10 million order category, which in contrast to others increased exposure throughout this month of April. This adds to the existing findings from Sentiment, which new analysis reveals FOMO on part of the wallets with a balance between 1,000 and 10,000 BTC. Quoting sentiment here, Bitcoin's key whale tier holding 1,000 to 10,000 BTC are supporting this rise and have now accumulated 266,000 more BTC since the start of 2024. This translates to an accumulation of 1.24% of the entire supply. The crowd is also showing a high degree of FOMO. Let's freaking go. The class of whales under examination now owns more than a quarter of the Bitcoin supply, heading for even newer, higher records. The day prior, meanwhile, trading firm QCP Capital suggests that the crypto markets could enjoy a final stretch of low volatility before a seismic shift takes hold. That's right. In their latest edition of its New York color market update sent on its Telegram channel, QCP described what it called unsettling quietness. Quoting them here, Bitcoin is right smack in the middle, 60 to 73,000 range, and Bitcoin front end volumes have trickled down closer to 60%. Just last week, we had the fourth Bitcoin halving, and the market was panicking over the outbreak of war in the Middle East, which has since de-escalated. That's right. We actually captured that live when the halving occurred at block 840,000. Let me know if you were here on the stream. It was pretty lit. I was celebrating. We sparked the sage. We popped bottles of champagne. It was pretty awesome. Anyways, analysts referenced the reset in Bitcoin funding rates and a slow but steady return of interest to the U.S. spot Bitcoin ETFs. Quoting them here, demand from TradeFi continues to stream, and albeit at a slower pace, with BlackRock posting 70 consecutive days of inflows. The update concluded, is this the calm before the storm? Let me know your thoughts. Now, BlackRock now officially holding 272,000 plus biddies and just getting started. Holla. Welcome everyone just joining the stream. Where do you feel the Bitcoin price action is likely to take us before the end of this month? Let me know. We have big news coming out of Hong Kong with their e-test being launched officially in 1 week on the 30th, and all the breaking news surrounding that, along with their 0% fees. I'll be breaking down here shortly. If you're just joining the live stream, be sure to smash the likes. Greatly appreciate it. Family, my eyes are kind of buying base degen tokens early while also holding 0.1 BTC, says Blue Sea. The best Bitcoin pod on the tube. JV, you're on fire, says Sandman. Appreciate that, man. Respect.
Well, well, well. You know what time it is.
Let's go. Good afternoon, everyone. Appreciate the kind words, family.
Whew. We back, baby. Bitcoins, shitcoins, or NFTs. There's no greater feeling than hitting that
sweet, sweet, you already know. 44% tax, don't care, ain't selling, never selling. Smart. It's going to just encourage more hodlers at the end of the day. Who the hell wants to sell their biddies with a 44% capital gains tax? Just saying. 225 end of the year, 500, 750, cycle peak, 100K by June. Send it, Jennifer. I love it.
sweet. Old time high, old time high, old time high in this bitch. Watch it pump to the sky. We just buy and get rich.
You know how we do. Please smash the thumbs up. Let's go.
Old time high, old time high, old time high in this bitch. Watch it pump, baby. We just buy and get rich.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon. Good to see the fam here. Appreciate everyone. Bitcoin's higher than Tesla. Exactly. We discussed that story yesterday. So kudos to the Bitcoin hodlers here. Yeah, I mean, T plus 5 days after the halving. That's right. We halved officially really on the 19th, not on 420. It was the evening of the 19th. I think it was roughly 8:15, 8:20 p.m. We captured it live. You guys were on the stream. It was pretty awesome. JV, thank you for your consistency. Preach. Respect. Aegis, Aegis. Appreciate the support, so thank you. Bars all day, every day, how we do.
Get right back, we back in the black, we back in the green. Got the team all around me, we rowdy and causing scenes.
Let's go. Chris Robinson, welcome. Alex, welcome. Don, welcome. Steven, welcome. But let's continue with our next story of the day, shall we? On everyone's mind, ETFs out of Hong Kong. Hong Kong Bitcoin and Ether ETF structures revealed ahead of the April 30th launch. That's only 6 days away. And other breaking news, they're going to begin trading on the 30th in 6 days with a 0% fee. At least that's the $230 billion Harvest Fund Bitcoin ETF. Bitcoin ETF fee wars begin in Hong Kong. Can you say game theory? in full effect. Here's the latest. Hong Kong spot Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs will be remarkably different from their U.S. counterparts as the city regulator greenlit them for the April 30th launch. Let's go. According to the report of one of the issuers, China AMC, the spot Bitcoin and Ether ETFs will track performance of the CME crypto indexes. Redemptions will be available in both fiat money and crypto funds. Even nicer. And in addition, China AMC's crypto ETFs will be denominated in 3 currencies. We have the US dollar, the Hong Kong dollar, and the Chinese yuan. Now, investment asset manager BOCI Prudential and crypto exchange OSL will act as the custodians for the ETFs. Now, the aforementioned 2 firms will also custody spot Bitcoin and Ether ETF assets for issuer Harvest Global. Now, BOCI and OSL effectively solves problems such as excessive margin requirements, price premiums caused by missing short positions, and roll losses, thereby more accurately reflecting the real-time value of Bitcoin and Ethereum. Meanwhile, Hong Kong-based Hashkey Capital will jointly launch the spot Bitcoin and Ether ETFs with Bocera Asset Management. And regarding the future crypto ETFs, here's what their staff wrote. The approval of the virtual asset spot ETF and the innovative introduction of a currency holding subscription mechanism are expected to further promote the development of the virtual asset market in Hong Kong and even Asia, attracting more global capital inflows. Now, on April 24th, Bloomberg senior ETF analyst Eric Balchunas mentioned that Hong Kong Bitcoin ETF management fees will range from 0.3% to 0.99%. This is much higher than US spot Bitcoin ETFs, where some issuers charge less than 0.25% per year. Now, the potential fee war could break out in Hong Kong over these Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs. As I reported a little earlier, Harvest Fund is going to have a 0% fee. Don't get no better than that. Let's go. All 3 ETF issuers will create and redeem ETF shares on Hong Kong's regulated crypto exchanges, OSL, and Hashkey. Yes, please. Each day, investors will have until 11 a.m. local time to redeem their shares for cash or until 4 p.m. local for crypto withdrawals. Now, BOCI Prudential will serve as the custodian for all the issuers, while market makers include Vivienne Court, Virtue Financial, and others. So there you go. Crypto fam, game theory in full effect, 6 days away until the Hong Kong ETFs officially go live. And keep in mind, this is the very first Ethereum spot ETF in existence coming out of Hong Kong. So let's freaking go. Buck the Fed. Tell him, Macondo. Welcome to the stream. The halving was 4:20 on the block clock. Well, it was 4:19 Eastern time, so I guess it all depends upon where you live, as if you lived in Australia or if you live there, or in Europe, many European countries, Asian countries, they're in the future. So it occurred on some parts of the world, actually on 420. Hello from Florida. Shout out Joseph Joe. Florida in the building. Let's go. All-time high in this what? I flew through the Hong Kong airport last July. That's what's up. I've been to Hong Kong myself, but it was all the way back in, 2011, 2010, 2011, back when I lived in China. Blessings to the Bitcoin crew from Dorado Beach, Puerto Rico. Shout out DJ Wednesday. I appreciate the support. Shout out to everyone out here on the island. Puerto Rico representing. Sup, JV just tuned in. What is happening with the biddy right now? Any reason why it's dumping a little? Well, that's what we're discussing right now and in the flesh. There could be multiple reasons why, but I wouldn't be so concerned. A small, healthy pullback, in my opinion. What's a 4% dip at the end of the day? Previous cycles, post-halving, we've had 20% dips. Like it ain't no thing. So 4% is pretty modest. Bitcoin's still holding above 60, which is a beautiful thing. I look at 60 as the line in the sand. As long as we hold 60,000 support, you know what I mean? All is good. If we break below that, then yeah, we can revisit the mid 50s, potentially low 50s. There's no telling, but let's see. So far, 60 has been holding since the halving. Bitcoin 90,000 next Tuesday, Hong Kong ETF. Send it, Valentino. I love it. Yes, keep the stream respectful and don't spam the chat. Thanks for the reminder, Jennifer. I won't be forced to remove people if everyone just follows these simple rules. Simple as that. Dip equals discount. Facts. If not 90 on Tuesday, I'm dumping my biddies. Oh no, Nico. Oops, I was wrong about the timestamp. This is an amazing op, 100%. Leverage longs getting flush before the, the run up. Please be respectful in the chat. The mods will hammer your ass out of here. That's fact, Devon. You already know. To stack sats, buy the dip. SOS, Cosmocom. Block height, 840,000 was on the 19th. That's right. It was roughly just over 8 p.m. I recall it because we witnessed it live, and I'm Eastern time. Not necessarily Eastern time, but Puerto Rico is the same as Eastern time right now at this time of the season. Stats on sale. W stream. Triumphant victory. I mean, hey guys, shout out Freddie, what's good? Shout out the Palestinian, what it do? Bonk coin up 80% this week. That's bonkers. Altcoins gone crazy. It does seem to be this way. Good Shepherd, welcome to the stream. Can we go lower? Absolutely can. Put some respect on the name. BTC.
Where you been? Grab a cup, baby, come and take a sip. Oh my bad, yo, what's up? Man, you didn't buy the dip.
Yo, I can't believe you didn't buy the dip.
Oh, that's rough. Oh, that's tough. Oh, that's really gotta suck. Only problem that we got is that we didn't buy enough.
I love those bars right there. Yeah, man. So take advantage of the moment. Sats on sale. Bitcoin below the 2021 all-time high. It's now 3 years later. So seize the moment. Take advantage of it. You already know. Shout out Jose Cuevo. They got a liquor named after you. Grayscale sold 156 million today. Oh, is that why we're dumping? 156 mil. Good Lord, Grayscale. Buy that freaking dip. Damn right. Love your voice. Thank you, Yusuf. Respect. Appreciate it. Anyways, fam, let's keep the show moving. CZ, the Binance CEO who had to step down and pay like that 4-point-something billion fine to the Department of Justice and all these fees to the SEC, they're trying to put him in jail for 3 years. That's right. The headline reads, Binance founder should be jailed for 36 months, according to the U.S. prosecutor. Let's break it down. As U.S. authorities are preparing to give a sentence to the Binance founder CZ, Changpeng Zhao, April 30th, which is 6 days away. Ironic, the same day the ETFs go live in Hong Kong. Prosecutors have requested jail time for the former CEO. The Binance founder should serve 36 months in prison after pleading guilty to violating laws against money laundering, U.S. prosecutors said in the court filing, April 23rd, quoting them here, given the magnitude of CZ's willful violation of U.S. law and its consequences, an above guideline sentence of 36 months is warranted, the prosecutors wrote in the filing to the U.S. District Court for the Western District of Washington. That sentence, together with an agreed $50 million fine, again, after he just paid $4 billion to the DOJ, is sufficient but not greater than necessary to balance the relevant 18 USC factors and achieve the goal of sentencing, the filing added. Now, CZ pleaded guilty to violating money laundering requirements in the U.S. and stepped down as the CEO of Binance back in November 2023. CZ subsequently faced a $50 million fine served directly to him, in addition to larger penalties to Binance. And according to the online reports, federal sentencing guidelines set a maximum sentence of 18 months in prison for CZ, who had agreed not to appeal against any stretch up to that length. He has been free in the U.S. on a $175 million bond. And after CZ admitted to violating U.S. money laundering laws, he and Binance agreed to pay the U.S. government $4.3 billion in fines to end the criminal case. You would think he'd get off the hook with that, for Christ's sake. $4.3 billion ain't no joke. In return, Binance was allowed to continue operating while complying with U.S. laws. And despite stepping down from Binance, CZ remains involved in the crypto industry. In March, CZ announced a new educational project devoted to crypto and blockchain, stressing the initiative will have no new tokens, named Giggle Academy. Interesting name. The project specifically targets as much the younger population, or 2 to 3 year olds, according to CZ's post. Interesting. Targeting 2 to 3 year olds. That just gets a little weird. Finally settled on the logo for Giggle Academy. What can you see in the logo? I mean, it's a star with a winky face again, very interesting. April 24th, CZ showcased the logo of his new educational project. We wanted the Giggle Academy logo to show youth, fun, positive energy, and growth. Let me know if you get that out of that icon there for the logo. But nonetheless, I want to know your thoughts with him potentially serving 3 years in prison after pleading guilty to money laundering charges. You know what I mean? With this whole battle against the SEC, and after paying that $4.3 billion fine to the Department of Justice. And as we covered in yesterday's episode, we got the SEC going after Ripple Labs for a $2 billion fine. Now, $1 billion is 1,000 millions. You can't make this ish up. I think it's kind of crazy, but I want to know your thoughts. And personally, I don't know. I don't know if I'm in favor of CZ going to prison. I think after paying a $4.3 billion fine to the DOJ and paying hundreds of millions and this and that and this and stepping down, let the man live and pursue educating these 2-year-olds, which I find ironic, but nonetheless, I digress. Can he meet Trump? Right? Looks like a happy face cereal. It does. 3 years and he comes out rich. Well, keep in mind, he is the richest person in crypto. I think at one point he had $40 to $50 billion worth of crypto. I would imagine the most of it being in like Bitcoin. I don't know what his net worth is now, but you bet your bottom dollar he's still amongst the wealthiest people in crypto, if not the wealthiest. So you can be wealthy, but if you're in jail, what good is that wealth? SBF would probably appreciate a new cellmate, right? Make him an example. Probably more than likely what they're trying to do, Patrick. I guess his big head will be easier to hold on to in prison. Good Lord. How do you do? Shout out Darth Melda. I'm doing fantastic. Good to see you. Even better now that you're here. CZ paid a lot. I am good, right? SBF would probably appreciate it. Yeah, maybe he'll get a new or house arrest. Yeah, just because the prosecutors are calling for 3 years doesn't mean he's going to get 3 years. Obviously, he has a defense attorney who's going to suggest no prison. And yeah, maybe some, what you just mentioned, house arrest or something like that. You know what I mean? More liquid than one of the other presidents. Yes, apparently. But yeah, house arrest seems like a probable scenario as well. He still retains his Binance shares. That's right. That's why the feds are putting him in jail. You know what I mean? You never know. Good afternoon, JV. Shout out Neri. What it do? Shout out Jose. Good to see you guys. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on that. Do you think he'll serve any jail time? I guess that's the $1 million question. Yay or nay? Let me know. I'm curious. Let me know.
Man, I joke, man, I kid. Know exactly what we did. Now we pull up in the whip. Cause we just hit.
Skirt, because we the ish. That man is only 30 years old. He's a very young man. Why pay if you're going to jail? I think he paid so he doesn't get a lifetime sentence after they saw what they did to Bankman-Fried. But yeah, great point. Obviously, you'd pay nothing if you're going to end up in jail for the rest of your life. What's the point of paying anything? But to avoid a lifetime sentence, nobody wants to go lifetime in jail. He's probably like, okay, I have $50 billion. What's $4 billion? Just give him the petty cash. You know what I mean? 3 years for him and 30 for Jay Diamond. Trust the U.S. justice. No idea. I would not pay. Still looking for the second best crypto. He has been there for 3 months already. So they're holding him captive then against his will. But is he necessarily in jail or in a holding facility? I don't think they stress that clearly. Don't forget the thumbs up. Thank you, Youssef. Respect. He probably won't go to jail. I hope you're right, Jennifer. Personally, I don't like seeing people go to jail unless they purposely did something very awful, in which I believe Bankman-Fried purposely did, which is steal the investor funds. CZ didn't steal nothing from anyone. And you could even argue that the regulation and the rules weren't clear, and he didn't have any clear guidelines because the SEC doesn't make it clear. You know what I mean? So he has at least some good arguments. CZ converted it all to Vitalik's mom's coin. Oh no, that's petty cash. Yeah, to CZ it is. You know what I mean? Why isn't BNB dumping after such news like Uniswap? I mean, good question. BNB, I guess probably because it's the native token of the largest crypto exchange in the world, so it's been maintaining. The rich get richer. That doesn't send people to jail until at least 3 months after sentencing. I know. It's supposed to be innocent until proven guilty. However, I think they were holding him in a certain place and they wouldn't let him leave, if I recall, because he could be a flight risk, according to the prosecutors. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think I read that. Did you find living in China oppressive or pleasant? I found it oppressive and depressing. However, being a foreigner, you have more freedoms than the locals. So you're kind of treated a little elevated. I'm not going to front. So it could have been worse. How much did he launder? I don't know. Are the violations only for the USA? That's a good question. I'm not sure. I hope he doesn't go to jail. I don't want to pay for a billionaire to sit behind bars and eat mac and cheese. There you go, Tony. Yep, the SEC is getting sued by the Blockchain Association. Good. Because CZ is that dude. Apparently so. They'll probably make a documentary about his life as well. We need the Satoshi Nakamoto documentary pronto. We need a CZ documentary, and might as well throw the freaking Bankman-Fried one just for the scenes with the orgies. Caroline, I'd like to see what really went down. Not really, but anyways. Let's dive into our next story of the day, family. Satoshi. Speaking of Satoshi, check this out. I have moved on to other things, says Satoshi's final email revisited 13 years later. That's right. This anonymous creator of Bitcoin decided to move on to other things 13 years ago when they sent the last communication to Bitcoin's first developers, April 23rd, 2011. Bitcoin core developer Mike Hearn previously revealed the final instructions as part of the email exchange with Nakamoto about the challenges and technical aspects of implementing Bitcoin functionalities to control spam using Bitcoin as collateral. Quoting him here, I do hope your Bitcoin J continues to be developed into an alternative client. It gives Java devs something to work on, and it's easier with a simpler foundation that doesn't have to do everything. Now, Satoshi's final message also adds a sense of passage. Quoting him here, I had a few other things on my mind as always. I have moved on to other things. It's in good hands with Gavin and everyone. Now, Nakamoto's identity remains one of the tech world's biggest mysteries since no conclusive evidence has been found, which makes the communication with Bitcoin's first adopters a rich source of info about the early days of the King crypto. Now, various individuals have speculated to be the original crypto inventor. We all know Fake Toshi, aka Craig Wright, and the Australian computer scientist claiming to be Nakamoto in 2016. Wright faced a lawsuit by Crypto Open Patent Alliance known as COPA with the UK judge James Mellor, ruling he did not create Bitcoin last March. Satoshi's first introduced the world of Bitcoin with the publication of the white paper, October 31st, 2008, which was circulated amongst mailing lists of cryptographers. The paper outlined a method of using peer-to-peer network to create a system of digital transactions without relying on trust or third-party involvement. Satoshi continued to work on Bitcoin software until 2010, when they handed over control to other developers. Since then, Bitcoin has gone on to become a $1.3 trillion asset. So there you go. How many of you have read some of Satoshi's emails, which more recently got released? Please do let me know. Always interesting finds in there. Something Jack Mallers alluded to is in the initial communications and emails of Satoshi, he never referred to the blockchain as the blockchain. He referred to it as the time chain, which is interesting as he invented his own time space on the internet, which makes Bitcoin so revolutionary and genius. And if you missed Jack Mallers' speech that he gave in Portugal, Madeira, be sure to check that one out. I watched it twice. I even watched it with my daughter, and I said, pay attention. You need to learn about this stuff. It's so important for Satoshi to remain anonymous. Such a brilliant coup. There you go, Darth. Smash the like button. Thank you, super cool bros. Hopefully they're incorporating voting and government spending on the blockchain. I love when you guys say government. Canada has Ethereum ETF since the spring, but I think they're futures. Correct me if I'm wrong. Are they spot or futures in Canada? Let me know, Reginald. The emails are very enlightening. A lot of people thought Adam Back was Satoshi, but the documents show their communication going back to before Bitcoin was invented. Well, definitely Adam Back played a crucial role in the invention of Bitcoin. I think also Max Kaiser played a crucial role in the development of Bitcoin. because of their technologies. Max Kaiser has the patent on digital assets from, I think, 1996. And then, of course, Adam Back, with his, what was it? Cash, something with hash in it. They used a lot of the things he discovered to help with the Bitcoin protocol as well. So a lot of people should get credit for the invention of Bitcoin. But there's only one Satoshi, and nobody knows who that is. No third-party involvement for crypto except the taxing of the crypto earnings here in the Netherlands. Is this a practice in all countries? Asked 19 Imperial. That is interesting. Bird Coop. Oh, Coop. There you go. You're stoned again. Tell some jokes. Are you talking about Adam? Hello. What do you think there would be, Satoshi, if they found out who he was? No. I think they would attack him faster than they allegedly got bin Laden. And they'd take him out and torture him and imprison him like they did Julian Assange and the other guy, Ed Snowden. I think they do something very evil to him because the people who run this planet happen to be very evil, and they perceive Bitcoin as a threat to their, monopoly and technocracy and all that kind of stuff. He can be lucky that he moved to other projects. Facts. So if Satoshi is alive, he is very fortunate. Extremely fortunate. However, some would say he's dead. And so I want to know your thoughts. Alive or dead? Now, if Satoshi came out, imagine 20 years from now, hey, it's me. I highly doubt it, though. Ahoy, shipmates. Batten down all the hatches. Secure the missile hazards. Make ship ready. And always station the maneuver and watch. Let's go. Tell him, Greg. Probably they would unalive him, unfortunately. And that's the proper term for the tube. Satoshi, if you're watching, JV's podcast stays hidden. Vitalik and Sam, I would like to believe, though, that Satoshi tunes into my podcast every day because real recognize real. But he's incognito. He's not even signed in. He's too smart for that ish. Pronounced coup. Oh, thank you. That is right. I hear Alex Jones talk about the coups all the time. Now it makes sense. Satoshi was lost in a boating accident. Precisely. Vitalik and Sam are one and the same. That's an interesting thought. Satoshi, if you're watching JV's podcast, stay hidden. Amen. Don't come out. Don't reveal yourself, broski. Satoshi is like Jesus. He showed us the way and effed off. JV has the best show, so you better smash the like. Thank you, Zach. R.I.P. Satoshi. Amen. Devon, I will not accept the idea Satoshi is dead. Amen. Because he lives forever through the Bitcoin network. As long as Bitcoin remains, Satoshi lives with us. He saved America. Cheers. He saved El Salvador. He saved so much. And we're just starting. He's dead in the Bitcoin blockchain's perspective, says Tony. Kind of surprised more fake Toshis haven't come out, says Jose. I don't think they're stupid enough to pretend to be Satoshi like Craig Wright. I am sure no Nakamoto is watching what's happening to CZ and many of the other hodlers. No way in hell am I showing up. No way, Jose, says Jose. You're giving all the evil ones your energy. Where your attention goes, energy flows. Actually, a great quote there, Diana Jones. Respect. Is Satoshi the NSA? Read the digital encrypted currency paper from 96. Nipsey is Satoshi. Salam family. Shout out Mohammed. Satoshi gave us a wonderful gift. Satoshi is a movement, not a person anymore. Coup d'etat. There you go, Joseph. I like it. Here we go. Anyways, family, I still got two more bold predictions to share with you. One is $1 million price prediction from the BitMEX co-founder, Arthur Hayes, the billionaire himself, as well as another billionaire, Brock Pierce, who doubled down on Bitcoin, eventually hitting $1 million. And he also gives a target for this cycle, which I'm going to reveal to you here shortly. Shout out Zach. Satoshi in 20 years can buy the USA, China, India, and the EU, and the politicians he pleases. Tell him stress-free. VIP. Satoshi is all of us now. He lives through us all. Well said, Jennifer. And with that being shared, let's dive into our first $1 million price prediction from this man right here. Arthur Hayes just blazed. The headline reads, 1 million Bitcoin price still in play amid the macro liquidity surge. You heard? Bitcoin and crypto investors have a golden opportunity to buy the dip in the coming months, says OG Arthur Hayes. He said in a blog post called Left Curve, released April 24th, that he forecasts the crypto bull market shall continue. That's right. Bitcoin's block subsidy halving has come and gone, and crypto markets are booming versus the US dollar, aka monopoly / tulip bulb, fiat, and other fiat currencies. This, Hayes says, is no coincidence. Governments around the world will keep printing money to manage their debt burdens, and their currencies will lose out against Bitcoin and the alts. Quoting him here, Bitcoin is the hardest money ever created. If you sold ish coins for fiat that you don't immediately need for living expenses, you are effing up. Fiat will continue to be printed ad infinitum until the system resets. Preach. If you sold ish coins for Bitcoin, you get a pass, he told readers. There you go. Hayes is no longer or a stranger to pretending the collapse of the fiat-based economies, including that of the United States of America. 2024 is the election year for the U.S., so the impetus to expand the money supply is even more apparent because politicians' popularity effectively depends upon it. Quoting him here, the undecided voters who determine the electoral winners do so based on how they feel about the economy. He does make a good point there. And he also says, as the chart depicts, an incumbent president's re-election odds drop from 67 to 33% if the general population feels the economy is in a recession during an election year. Very interesting stats here. Now, Hayes concluded that regardless of who wins the U.S. presidential election, the printing will accelerate. And I agree. It don't matter if we get Trump or JB. Once again, we're still going to put hashtag FJB, and the money printing will continue to go. Respect, 100%. Now, crypto traders should be prepared for the fiat devaluation by buying that freaking dip, as it should ignite the powder keg for the rampant crypto bull market. Quoting him again, whatever the flavor of crypto risk excites you, the next few months will present the golden opportunity to add to positions. I agree. Let me know your thoughts. Now let's discuss the road to a milli Bitcoin price remaining. Bitcoin is already in the spotlight as a lifeline against fiat inflation, with the US dollar pummeling emerging market currencies this year. The phenomenon has not gone unnoticed. Earlier in the month, Cathie Wood, CEO of ARK Invest, smashed the likes for Cathie Wood broskies, made the case for Bitcoin as a hedge against horrible fiscal and monetary policies. Quoting her here, I think this is a flight to safety, believe it or not, taken place. She shared to the mainstream, a hedge against devaluation, a hedge against a loss of purchasing power and wealth. That's right. It's a hedge against so much, a hedge against devaluation. It's a flight to safety, a hedge against deflation, a hedge against inflation, and it's also an insurance policy. And I've heard Cathie Wood share all of the above. Now, while Hayes did not give an updated Bitcoin price target, he suggests the path from 70,000 to a million for Bitcoin may not be as difficult as its history rising from zero. Quoting him again, rarely in markets do the things that got you here, Bitcoin from zero in 2009 to 70,000 in 2024, get you there. Bitcoin to a million. He acknowledged, however, the macro setup that created the fiat liquidity surge that powered Bitcoin's ascent will only get more pronounced as the sovereign debt bubble begins to burst. So there you go. And speaking of bubbles, shout out Little Bubble, my favorite bubble of them all.
Old time high, old time high, old time high in this bitch. Watch it pump to the sky. We just buy and get rich.
Yeah. Shout out Muhammad, became a MicroStrategy member for 2 months. Respect. Appreciate the support, family. Yes, no Rumble show today. FYI, want to know why? It wasn't working when I was setting it up through my software. It just was loading when I was trying to set up a stream. And after about 10 minutes, I just got frustrated and said, F Rumble. Not today, at least. Hopefully, we'll be back and in the flesh on Rumble tomorrow, and we'll have an uncensored version of the pod as well. So today, we're just going to stick on YouTube longer than we normally do. I'm not going to, interrupt the pod in the sense of ending it early. We're just going to spend more time on YouTube versus switching over to Rumble for today only, just FYI. So if you respect that, pump the likes, family, because I'm going to stick around here on the tube and answer as many questions as you guys got. Reality check, 90% of all the Bitcoin is held in like 100 wallets. Sounds centralized to me. That said, I am still a believer. Well, what is the centralized are the nodes. How many thousands of nodes from all over the world? So the network is decentralized. And you say 90% of the Bitcoin is held in 100 wallets? Maybe so. I don't know, honestly. However, I do know, obviously, like the Coinbases and the large exchanges are going to hold the majority of the Bitcoin. I mean, common sense, as their major custodian for like BlackRock, Grayscale, etc. The only one doing self-custody as far as an ETF in the States is Fidelity. Grayscale sales, what is that? 300,000 Bitcoin has been a major headwind. This is true. There's a limit to these sales. BTFD says, Joseph, good point. They already sold 300,000. They're down to 300,000. And there's about to be a flippening, meaning BlackRock's about to be the larger holder of the biddies. Decentralized means no third party can deny or censor the transactions. That's right. We call this immutable, fam. Has zero to do with the wallet balances. Tell him Hillbilly the Willy. I appreciate it, man. Satoshi must on that guy's list, which can be named pretty much. The government took the, what is that? Samara Bitcoin wallet apps and website. They arrest the owners. You know what I mean? Wow, Dan, you're speaking my language now. I'm rubbing off on you. IBIT and FBTC, the two largest Bitcoin ETFs, have over 30 billion assets under management. GBTC, 20 billion. Wow. So yeah, the ETFs are surpassing that of Grayscale. Good. When will we see the all-time high again, from your opinion? Realistically, JV is going to throw out there May. Meaning, I don't think it'll happen this week. I don't think we surge 10,000 this week. However, I think off the back of the Hong Kong ETF, some more bullishness and another beautiful full month, very easily we can tap all-time high and surge at least $10,000, I think, in May. That's my prediction. Let me know your thoughts, family. When we'll see, yes, that's my prediction, Zach. Grayscale keeps trying to put the brakes on the bull run. Grayscale is just trying to keep the price down. Do you think it's because they're controlled in the sense through the government to do that? Like working together? Cosmocom says respect it. Respect. JV, yep, those huge wallets are cold exchange wallets, which all of us have not taken self-custody. Exactly there, Greg. Canadian Ethereum ETF released in spring. Yeah, were not based on futures. Oh, so they were spot. I didn't know that. So you're saying Canada has had spot Ether ETF since 2021. Good to note. I am happy with the cheap sats right now. Tell them, Hillbilly. Let them keep selling. Only gives us more time to stack. That's a great point. That's the silver lining. More time to stack them sats at a discount. 10,000 in May. Yeah, 10,000 pump. Why not? Why not? Yeah, I mean, why not? Is all I got to say. True that. True. Do it up.
Again, you can call me 3AC cause I'm blowing it up. Short squeeze, more please, yeah, it's going to pump. They drop foot, but it's still not slowing it up. I can't wait till the Fed starts showing us love.
Come on, Fed, start showing us some love. I'm popping bottles here. Here's the secondary bottle. Here we go. Popping bottles. Live on stream. Alkalized water bottles, that is. 9.5 pH. That good. Staying hydrated like a champ. Yeah, I think they want to avoid a bull running Bitcoin ahead of during the elections. Probably right there, Steven. Stack them, says Chris. Let them keep selling. Only gives us more time to stack. Facts. 10,000, I wish. Greetings. Shout out, Mr. Bone Daddy. I'll get a HELOC to load up for the 10 G's, baby. Crack a cold one. Hey, my water's lukewarm. I don't even keep it in the fridge. I'm old school. When I lived in China, it was like a cold climate because it was near Beijing, the city I lived in Taiyuan in Shanxi province. But it was always freezing. And the kids, they don't drink cold. It was like it baffled them. They drink warm beverages like teas and stuff. But like why do Americans put their drinks in the refrigerator? We don't understand. And I had to explain, oh, well, in Florida, it's hot. And so the cold beverage is nice. Just like in China, we're always cold and the warm beverage is nice. But I've always been I prefer lukewarm. Room temperature, if you know what I mean. I'm different. I'm into read dehydration word. I wouldn't be surprised if Larry Fink and Barry Silbert are friends. Yeah, they're like related, blood brothers. You never know in this crazy world is all I'm trying to say. But yeah, it is very interesting. It is very sus, the off-selling of GBTC and the high 1.5 fee. And it's like, is this all by design? Are they working with the government? Have you ever been to Japan? No, but it's on my list. I would love to go to Japan just because I love their dessert. I love their food. I love me some sushi. But yeah, the mochi, I want some fresh mochi from Japan. So I've never had it from Japan, and it's my favorite dessert. It's like a type of ice cream. It's delicious. I want some right now, please. I will drink iced coffee in the snow. Oh, snap. Ice is nice. Yeah, it is pretty nice. Do you think their beer at cellar temperature? I do remember the Chinese beers. I just think beer is gross in general. I'm not a beer guy, but to each their own. I one time bought a bottle of wine in China, and it was a knockoff, and I noticed it after I bought it from like the local vendor. They had a brand called Great Wall. Maybe a bottle is usually like $15 in China. And I got this bottle very cheap. It was like $9.99. And when I got home, I noticed it said GREET instead of GREAT. And I opened it, and it was the most disgusting bottle. It was like handmade, homemade wine they bottled and pretended it was like another brand. And it was the most disgusting thing I've ever tried. If I would have drank it, maybe I would have died for all I know, or I would have been unalived. You never know. That's China in a nutshell. Green tea ice cream is the bomb, JV. I agree. Try mochi the traditional way. I'm down. I'm down. I prefer sashimi rather than sushi. Right on. No rice, right? It's ultimately just the fish. I need the weight, so I like the rice. You know what I mean? I got to load up. Barry Silbert, Larry Fink, and Gary Gensler are all partying on the exclusive island in the Caribbean. Are we talking about Gilligan's Island? Were they all meeting up on Gilligan's Island? Sell everything and buy Bitcoin. Tempura, green tea ice cream. That does sound good. Sign me up. I'm game. Let's do it. Anyways, fam. Now let's dive into our featured story of the day, shall we? I have a $1 million price prediction for you from crypto OG Brock Pierce, who unveils his reasonable price target for the King Crypto. He also gives us a target for this particular cycle. So let's break this one down. He was recently just interviewed on TV. So here we go. Early Bitcoin adopter Brock Pierce is revealing what he thinks is a reasonable price target for the King Crypto as we move into a new phase. He was recently interviewed on Fox Business. And also, as you know, he's the co-founder of Tether, USDT, and says that the recent explosion in Bitcoin fees as new applications are being built for its blockchain represents a bullish catalyst for the flagship crypto. Quoting him here, it is what we have seen. Bitcoin had record fees during this halving because a lot of what we call layer 2 technologies, the idea of building on Bitcoin. If you have heard of Ethereum, it is all the other applications that have moved away from Bitcoin. But Bitcoin is back and delivering smart functionality, NFT functionality, meme technologies. All of these things are now being built on top of Bitcoin for the first time since almost a decade ago. And in anticipation of that, record fees as people are trying to get in to be the first on having all these new things that are being built on top of Bitcoin. Very exciting. I am happy with the price. Now, Pierce, the former actor, you remember him from the Mighty Ducks back in the day? I do. He says that $150,000 is a viable price target for the current bull market, but that $1 million per coin is more likely over the long term. So let me reiterate. He's saying for this particular cycle peak, we hit 150,000, but that 1 million is inevitably going to happen. Quoting him again, I think it is likely we'll see north of $100,000 per coin. I think 150,000 is probably a reasonable target at some point this year, 2024, fam. And long term, it's 1 million per BTC or more. It's a binary outcome. Bitcoin either goes to zero Not really, or over $1 million unless something happens. So it is really binary in terms of what will happen over time. And so I am bullish. You can say that again. And to watch this actual interview he did on Fox Business, check the show notes below the video in the description. And let's discuss how realistic is this 150,000 target for this year, and how realistic is it that Bitcoin hits $1 million per coin? Because obviously it's not going to zero. And even Mike Saylor has said that if it's not going to zero, it's going to $1 million. And I absolutely think it's more probable for Bitcoin to go to even 100 million than to zero, in my humble opinion. But yeah, 150 Gs, I mean, that's ultimately just over 2x the current price action and virtually 2x from the 74,000 all-time high we reached back in mid-March. So I can see that as a very probable scenario, potentially this year as well. I've been calling for 2024. I can see Bitcoin going from 100 to 120,000. So 150,000 is in that ballpark. I still feel we hit the cycle peak in 2025, which is the year preceding the halving, right? Which would be next year. And I think we could hit as high as 750,000. My bear scenario, I stand strong at 222,000. Nipsey giving us the next buy signal, buy the dip opportunity, the way he does that. Just FYI, shout out to the mascot Nip. But yeah, we could go as high as 750,000 in a bull scenario. I mean, 150 is easy peasy. However, I want to know your thoughts. And thinking of $1 million, you're just thinking out loud. I know it's on the table and it can happen this year. There's a possibility. If I was to throw some math on it, I'd say maybe 15% chance of it happening this year. I'm more of a believer that it's going to happen the following cycle, some year between 2028 and 2029, sometime between then. So for example, I think let's just take the modest, very low, just so we could, a believer of under promise, over deliver. So let's just say Bitcoin hypothetically hit my bear scenario for the cycle, which is, let's just say 250 for the sake of round even numbers instead of the 222. So let's hypothetically pretend we hit 250,000 in 2025. Then to hit $1 million, the following cycle is just a modest 4x. And if we hit 250 from the current price action, that's more than a 4x, obviously, right? It might be roughly 5x, maybe somewhere between 4 and 5x. But do you think Bitcoin will realistically 4 to 5x for the cycle? And can you see another 4 or 5x the following cycle? If you can, that's $1 million Bitcoin. And we also got to consider hyperinflation. I mean, the dollar is not getting any stronger. It's getting weaker and weaker by the day. We're like 35 trillion deficit here in the States. They're guaranteed to continue to print, as we pointed out earlier with Arthur Hayes and his conviction why Bitcoin is going to $1 million. So that has to play a factor as well. We have the institutional demand, which did not exist the previous cycle. It was driven purely from retail, and we hit 69,000 off of that. I am in the camp that we would have hit 100,000 previous cycle if we didn't have bad actors such as like FTX's scam Bankman-Fried, who is now serving 25 years in prison for fraud, for defrauding investors, right? He was obviously an enemy of Bitcoin. There are many enemies of Bitcoin. Another example of an enemy of Bitcoin would be that large asset manager. What's the name? Not BlackRock. We know BlackRock is the largest, but Vanguard. Vanguard openly talks down upon Bitcoin, says they will not allow their investors to invest in it. They don't believe in its ethics. Imagine that. Bitcoin separating money from state. We don't believe in its ethics. Well, guess what? They're the largest shareholder of MicroStrategy. We know MicroStrategy back in 2020, first publicly traded company to put biddies on the balance sheet. Shout out Michael Saylor. We're often asked, is there a second best?
Which one's the best crypto asset? Well, Bitcoin's the best crypto asset. Okay, what's the second best? There is no second best.
And there is no second best. And there's a reason for that. But anyways, Vanguard is the largest shareholder of MicroStrategy. So they already have indirect exposure to Bitcoin because MicroStrategy has over 220,000 Bitcoin on the balance sheet. The second largest shareholder, BlackRock. And if you don't know, BlackRock is a shareholder in roughly 90% or more of all the S&P 500 companies in the world. That ultimately tells you they own virtually everything. They have their hand in everything. Vanguard is the second largest asset manager. I think Fidelity may be third. I know Fidelity is at $4.5 trillion. Can someone look up Vanguard? I know it's high, but I know definitely BlackRock's the largest of 10 trillion. So, I mean, considering all this, considering the nation state adoption, the sovereign wealth funds, the nation secretly purchasing Bitcoin behind the scenes right now, adoption in the Middle East, the BRICS movement, the move away from using the dollar, potential of Bitcoin becoming a world reserve currency, hyper Bitcoinization, all of these factors we have to consider over the next few years. So the question becomes, when 1 milli, I'm going to go out and say I can see Bitcoin realistically hitting 1 million by the year 2029, which would be the year preceding the following halving, which is scheduled to take place sometime in March of 2028. But let me know your thoughts. But I'm also open to the idea that Bitcoin can do it a lot sooner than anticipated. What if there is another bank run like we witnessed with the regional banking crisis last year, which took Bitcoin out from the gutter to back above $30,000, right? What if there are other unforeseen events and more war and more uncertainty in the markets? Where are all the billionaires? They say there's 2,500 plus billionaires on the planet. Where are they going to park their billions, right? When everything is untrustworthy. The only immutable perfect money in existence with a finite limited supply ends with the name coin and begins with the name bit, is all I'm saying. There is no alternative. There is no second best. And I think they're going to continue to stack all of these large hodlers, all of these whales. We know the majority of the Bitcoin supply is in the hands of the long-term hodlers. And if you're unwilling to sell, right, and there is mass demand in the market and very limited supply, you're going to witness what is called a supply shock. We've already witnessed a demand shock off the back of these ETFs, right? We just had a halving 5 days ago. So the issuance of Bitcoin is now only 450 per day, new being produced, whereas it was 900 every 4 years. We have again and have again until the year 2140, when there's no more Bitcoin left to be mined. Then we have to calculate the true scarcity of Bitcoin, considering all the lost Bitcoin, which we'll never see, right? We know there can only ever be 21 million, but how many millions are lost and gone forever? A lot, Laura. Just saying. So how many more Bitcoin will become lost? A lot more, which makes it that much more scarce and that much more valuable. So when you start to think on the grand scheme of things, the total addressable market of the world, all the wealth in the world is collectively over 900 trillion. They say real estate is 300 trillion. They say the gold market cap is roughly 15 trillion. Bitcoin is just a pup. It is just getting started. What's 1.3 trillion market cap on the grand scheme of things? Nothing, right? So Bitcoin has potential, in my opinion, to do another 100x as far as market cap, right? 100 trillion, I can see it. I can see 100 million Bitcoin price, but it doesn't mean it's happening today. Bitcoin, I view as a long-term strategy, the greatest savings to ever exist. Meaning, not only is it a store of value, but Bitcoin being perfect money is the perfect savings. I view Bitcoin as a way to save, to not only preserve, but to increase your purchasing power. The dollar is mathematically guaranteed to continue to lose its purchasing power just on the fact it's guaranteed to continue to print the money because of the 35 trillion deficit. What you can buy in America, for example, with $1 is not the same as it was 10 years ago. It's not the same as it was 3 years ago, right? You can buy less and less. Real estate continues to go up. Oil continues to go up. Everything not denominated in the dollar, it just continues to go up. It's going to cost more and more dollars to buy the same thing, right? It's called the melting ice cube. Michael Saylor described it with that metaphor perfectly. Those who treat fiat as a store of value, what do we call those folks? I mean, the song displays brilliantly what we call those folks.
That use fiat currency, we call them poor.
Why is that? Because fiat is guaranteed to continue to lose purchasing power. But if you can just save in Bitcoin and treat Bitcoin as your savings account, that will eventually transform your life. I'm not going to say it's going to happen overnight, but if you can hodl for at least 2 cycles, a mere 8 years of your life, maybe your family and future generations will never be the same again, right? And that's regardless if Bitcoin was a couple of 100,000 in a few years or a couple of million or above and beyond our wildest expectations. The only form of currency that cannot be manipulated, controlled, and print more of and devalued is Bitcoin. So there is no second best, if you know what I'm saying. But anyways, let me know if you agree or disagree with some of these predictions. When do you think we'll likely to hit the $1 million target or even 150,000 as Brock Pierce is predicting by this year in 2024? Holla at your boy. Now I'm going to stick around and we'll just read some comments and have some fun, shall we? Hopefully you enjoyed my little rant. Right now we're at about 1,500 Satoshis per dollar. How long do you think it'll take for us to be 1 Satoshi per dollar? Whoa. I mean, considering 1 Bitcoin can be divided by 100 million Satoshis. Holy moly. So if a Satoshi was $1, we're talking about $100 million Bitcoin price. Can you see it? I see it. In my lifetime, I can see it. I'm not saying it's happening anytime soon, but it will happen. I can see the real hyperinflation of the dollar occurring. I can see true hyper-Bitcoinization occurring. And I think Bitcoin also has the potential to become a world reserve currency. Not saying it will be the only one, but maybe there'll be many. You never know. We'll soon find out. 12 months to the real bull run. I agree with you, Adam. Typically, it's the year preceding the halving. It could be anywhere from 12 to 18 months after the halving, which would mean next year, 2025. What do you call the fruitcakes in power prisoners? What? I don't understand that. USD equals depreciating asset class. Same one they teach you to save, but won't teach you how to make more. Good point there, Fortune. Mob Marley, welcome. Honey Bunches of Brokes. That's a good one. Right now, stack those Satoshis. Maybe by this time next year, you're not going to be able to get 1,500 Satoshis per dollar. It may be down to 1,000, maybe down all the way to 500. We don't know. 100 million Bitcoin in 2052. Now we're talking when 1 penny per Satoshi is $1 million Bitcoin. I like that. That's a good goal. 1 penny sats. Let's get it. And that would mean you can get 100 Satoshis for $1. Right now you can get 1,500. So what is that? 15x. I bought the flamethrower. Nice. In that region, we talk about 2-digit % of the total value of the planet. Yeah. I feel sorry for everyone who do their research and never bought when fiat. Yeah, man, for real. BLX weekly, the 1.618 Fibonacci, sitting at 1.1 billion end of the next halving. Bet. Collapse. Understand, David. Wouldn't Biden look great in orange? He sure would. I saw this old dude on CryptoPod, and he predicted everything since 2021. What old dude are you referring to there? Do we pump during the Hong Kong Bitcoin ETF on 429? We could. We could pump. We could dump. We could pump and dump in the same day. That's Bitcoin. Expect more extreme volatility, family, as we've been talking about. Anything's possible. Yes, 625,000 in 2025, 1 million 2029, and 10 milli 2040. I dig it. Let's go. USD equals poor. Can't remember the old dude's name, though. Yeah, we'll just call him the old dude. Peter Schiff's brother? Let me know. So yeah, no Rumble stream today. It wasn't working when I was setting it up, so we're strictly on the tube for today. Tomorrow we'll be back on Rumble as well. Hopefully it's working fine tomorrow. Yeah, no, his name Max. Max ain't an old man. Max is forever young because he has the bitty. If you possess billions worth of Bitcoin, you're forever young. You don't age. Just saying. You're ageless. Embrace the volatility. There you go, Greg. Embrace it. Cheers. What up, fam? Shout out Johnny J. I already posted a video of me torching some brush with it earlier. Oh, nice. So you got a legit flamethrower, bro? Was it one like the one Elon released a few years back, or a different version? I'm curious. That's pretty lit. I've never owned a flamethrower, so apparently I'm missing out. Florida, here to date on a beach. Nice, Mark. Enjoy your date on the beach. Shout out Clearwater, Florida. Posted a bunch of new weed videos. Nice. You posted them in our Discord. We do have a Discord family with a lot of different chats, and one of them is dedicated to the cannabis, if you know what I mean. And yeah, Bring Facts is never shy to share his babies on there. One sat at 1 cent equals 1 million biddy. There we go. If Grayscale didn't pull all of their shenanigans, we could have been at least 100,000 before the halving. Still a little salty about that. Good point. I don't think we anticipated that sell-off that big. He predicted a dodgy exchange would crash the market, and then 2022 would be a great year to buy, and then a small bull run in 2024, and a major one in 2025. Well, I'm all for it. Mine is better than the boring flamethrower. Oh, snap. You got like a legit one? Embrace the wallet. Love it. There you go. Keep stacking them stats. Every time I hear the poor song, I want to buy more biddies. Good.
We call them the poor. We call them the poor.
Just bought more biddies. There you go. 420. What about it? 420 all day, every day on the CNA. You feel me? You just want a jetpack? Yeah, I want a jetpack with a flamethrower. Can I get the flamethrower built in? Is that asking too much? Can I have my cake and eat it too? If you feel like puking, getting out of bed, then you have no business buying crypto. Is this the most volatile asset ever? Okay, kids, hang on. White knuckle ride. Yeah, I dig the volatility. I dig it. I love it personally. I think the volatility is opportunity. I don't mind volatility when an asset has traditionally shown us going up over 200% per year, every year, even during the bearish years, right? Crypto winters. Keep increasing 200% per year. I'm game. Is it Wednesday today? Oh my God, it is. Happy hump day. This week is going kind of quick. Can we slow down a little? I don't think it is anything boring about a flamethrower. Exactly. Flamethrowers are fun. How quick can I light my sage if I had a flamethrower? Get my sage, you know what I mean? My 30-gram sage. Whoosh, instant. That's what I'm talking about. That'd be spectacular. 17 cents in my bank. Oh my God. Bought the first dip. Oh, wow. Bought that freaking dip. Oh, you got 17 cents in your bank now because you just bought the dip. Kudos to you, family. Well done. Oh, Ellen Top. Happy birthday, family. We got Ellen, one of our members' birthday today. So happy birthday. I appreciate you celebrating with us. I wonder why you would need the flamethrower. Why wouldn't you need the flamethrower? What if you have a 30-gram sage and it needs to be lit and you don't want to deal with the lighter? Just saying. Happy birthday, Ellen. Ellen, it's your birthday. Happy birthday, Ellen. Let's freaking go. This is awesome.
Flag on the chart got me blowing a nut.
Yes, BTFD in this. I can see one Satoshi equals $10. Eventually, one Bitcoin at $1 billion. $1 billion. When I hear about the flamethrower, I think about Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Happy birthday, Ellen. Ellen getting the birthday love. That's what's up. I know. Let's go. Happy birthday. Blow up the chat, family. One of our members' birthdays today. Respect. I need a birthday jam on the Roadcaster here. That'd make life easy. The big old sage. Exactly. Light the big old sage. Already ate my friend oysters. Oh boy, life is good. That's good. Your friend shared his oysters with you. Enjoy that. Happy birthday, fam. Cheers. Keep stacking them stats. Good evening, Chris, Guido, Jose, Multi-Stacker. Ellen is so yesterday, says Greg. 1 billion if Larry Fink lost the keys. How was your trip, JV? My trip to Florida was dope. It was good. Got to see family. We took Nipsey with us on the plane. Nipsey had fun. Nipsey was well behaved as always. Perfect pet. Right, Nip? Yes, yes, yes. But I had a good time. Thank you. Yeah, because my birthday is next Wednesday, says Mom Marley. Nice. My birthday is today, too. Love your show, JV. A whole coiner in the house. Well, happy birthday to Moonwalker as well. We got multiple birthdays. This is a big deal. Ellen and the Moonwalker. Happy birthday, family. I have a feeling my B-Day is going to pump. May 6th. Ooh, you only got 2 weeks away, Menendez. CN calls himself the Saddy Daddy. Who's CN? That's hilarious. The Saddy Daddy. Saddy Daddy. Nippinator or the Lick Indicator? Let's see. Can I get a lick? Can I get a lick? He's like, no, I want a pet. He's like, maybe I'll lick you after I get pet. All right, you get your little head rub. Nipsey gets his ways. Happy birthday for the moon, for the love. You're very welcome, Ellen. Again, I appreciate you joining us on your special day. It means a lot. HB Moon, let's go. Bitcoin, bullish old pal. Welcome, welcome. Respect. Good to see you guys. Thanks, everyone, tuning in, pumping the likes. We appreciate it.
Do your thing, let me do my thing. You know we about as long as a piece of string. Shoulders closing fast, but you do your way.
Yeah, man.
If it's not going to zero, it's going to a million.
Exactly, Mr. Sailor.
Now, we all know Bitcoin is the best asset.
Correct. Larry's not going to lose his keys because Brian Armstrong at Coinbase has custodianship over their biddies. Turning 30 feels interesting. Oh, kudos to you, man. I miss being 30. JV is the big 4-1. And now Nipsey's giving us another signal here. 424, great number. Best channel, positive vibe, like always. Cheers, Jay Bella. Respect. Now to tell the YouTube algorithm that we have the best show so they can give us more viewers, for Christ's sake. That'd be nice. Thank you so much. Long live the Bitcoin forever. Shout out Moonwalker again. Happy birthday. Big ups. And Ellen Todd, you both have that same special day on the 24th. It is interesting because it is the 24th in 2024. So 24 being the significant number here. Maybe we'll get a $24,000 pump in May. That'd be nice. We had a $20,000 pump in February. That was my birthday month, so why not on your guys' birthday month? Let's go. Trying to get my wife on the idea of moving to Florida. I used to live there. Got to get out of California. I don't blame you. If I lived in California, I'd already be gone. I could not live in California with their policies and government. I think you're better off with DeSantis versus the politics over in California. You know what I mean? Nipsey in his bed, so cute. Right, Devon? Number 4, the algo. Let's go. Yeah, man. 420. Puff, puff, pass. Birthday pumps all around. Guido, 424. Yeah, a lot of 4s in there. 2s and 4s. Good stuff. Good omens. Just shot me. Oh, no. Did you shoot yourself, Greg? That's not good.
Come on, lose your cash because it's moving fast.
I saw a viral video, I think it was yesterday, and a guy had a bulletproof vest on, and he was doing a live, and he just figured, let me shoot myself with the bulletproof vest on for some views. Yeah, he shot himself and instantly fell to the ground, and then went, oh, I'm okay. It was quite hilarious. So don't shoot yourself, guys. Even with the bulletproof vest on, don't do it. $44% tax on Bitcoin gains. Is that for real? I don't think it's just Bitcoin gains. I just think in general, they're looking to raise taxes to 44%. I saw something on X earlier. This is not just Bitcoin. It's just in general. Seattle's the same way. Don't follow the law. Simple. She said she can't move because of the grandkids. Word. Oh, another shot loaded up. I see what kind of shots you're talking about. Peppermint schnapps. Like those. The blanks kill. Yeah, apparently. Ice vodka, that is. Is it? Did he really? Yeah, it was crazy. The guy's just like... Crazy. Never shoot yourself, especially point blank. That's just insane. Move from Cali to Colorado. Best state ever if you love cannabis and psilocybin. Nice. Colorado is a good state. Agreed with you on that one. Not many good states left in the States, unfortunately. You know what I mean? Stay out of my state of Florida, says Dr. Strangelove. Moved to Cali from Colorado. Yeah, that's what's up, K-Jam. Fireballs. Was that Breckenridge vodka is dank here. Rocky Mountain water. Can't cure stupid. Unfortunately, you can't cure the stupidness. There's no cure. You're right. You can't do it. Not even Bitcoin can cure the stupidness. So far, no tax on crypto hodler Germany. The only good thing here. Wow. There's no tax on crypto gains in Germany? Or is that a specific spot or district in Germany? Because I haven't heard that one. That's interesting. I know Portugal got a very favorable tax system for crypto folks. And of course, here in Puerto Rico, you guys should already know your some of the options out here. We almost moved to Colorado. I live in Idaho. A bunch of Californians here. Oh, nice. I don't blame them. I saw a study that cicades have psilocybin in them. What are cicades? CBC can cure stupid. There you go. CBD. Or CBC. What's the CBC stand for? Or do you mean CBD? Anyone know what taxes are like in Japan? Wow, I don't know. Breckenridge bourbon is excellent. There you go. The bourbon. It'll keep you warm. It'll give your chest hairs a perm, if you know what I mean. Yeah, I would imagine taxes everywhere seem to be high. Yeah, why so many crickets? Where you guys at? We still got 230 folks here. I'll hang around for a few more minutes, guys. If you want to ask me anything, feel free. Appreciate you guys. What does that say? Cicades are bugs that come out of the ground every 17 years. Good Lord. We have two types of cicades hatching this season. Should I munch a cicade? And I don't even know if I'm saying that thing right, but Seattle has Super Chronic. Sign me up. Roadhouse, JB. Trust. Whenever I feel like being entertained, I will watch that movie. I like Macallan Scotch personally. Well, it must be the good stuff. Buffalo Trace. I listened to Max and Roger and bought in 2014. Bitcoin is not private or anonymous. Private ARRR is the best privacy. There is a second best. It will be Bitcoin, says Mayan. It's hump day every day. Sleepy. Colorado property tax is 0.49%. That's what's up. Sick K to JV. Sick K. Sick. Yeah. Oh, I see. Sick. That's how I pronounce it. Thank you. So cicadas, the loud ass bugs you hear in the hot climate. Oh, good to note. Pronounce cicadas, noisy things. Wow. So you're saying they have psilocybin in them? I haven't heard that. So are you saying you'll eat the bugs for the psilocybin, K-Jam? 49% is awful. Sick AIDS. Cicadas. There you go. I think I got it, Eric. I think I got it. Cicadas. Thank you. That helped. Can you put the Discord link up again? K-Jam, can you drop the link? I know it's discord.cryptonewsalerts.net. Link is always in description, and you may have to copy paste it if the link don't work clicking on it directly. Sometimes YouTube is weird like that. Cicadas. JV, you did real estate in the Florida. What is the property tax? I just remember property taxes being high. I don't remember the exact amount. I just know it's high. Not high in comparison to New York, but just in general. Anyone lives in Florida as well? Please say your favorite tools to see markets. The tools we use here every day in the show, I love me some TradingView. I have a Primo account. Coin360 is just fun. Crypto Bubbles, Crypto Green and Fear Index, Time Chain Calendar, all very good, viable, indicators. Haven't used Discord in years. Well, come back. Blends dried mushrooms with the fresh fruit, or I could buy the chocolates. Word. Good stuff. They sound like locusts, pretty much. They are loud and invisible. Damn, they're invisible. Florida here, Menendez. Yeah, man. Miami in the building. Basically locusts. There you go. I think we all know the locusts from the biblical realms. The end of days. TradingView is awesome. Yeah, it's good. I think it's the top one for the charts and all that. You get typically, I think, a free account. You can use 3 indicators. And if you get a Primo account, you can have unlimited. Orlando, let's go. I was just in Orlando. I was in Disney a few weeks ago. Drove to Orlando from Tampa area. It was cool. I got a lot of Florida love. Florida. Love my TradingView account. Nice. What's on the itinerary for today, says Eric. For JV, itinerary? For me, it's already 5:30 p.m. I'm going to finish the stream. I'm going to upload the content where I need to. I'm going to walk Nipsey, feed him again, and then work out. It's Wednesday. I'll do a ton of push-ups, and then I'll get ready for the premiere at 10 p.m. Eastern, and then I'll keep myself entertained during the interim on YouTube. That's on my agenda. Have you had an influx of viewers, subscribers since the halving? No. This is a very low day. One of the lowest, believe it or not. Ironic, when we broke 40,000, that's when I had the influx. I was getting like crazy amount of subscribers. We had some episodes with 50,000 views, new record. Ironically, we broke 70, hit the 74,000 all-time high. Kind of crickets. So I don't know. People are just spoiled with the price action. Maybe if we break 70 and head into the 80s, it'll happen again. I don't know. But I'm going to keep chugging along each and every day, one way or the other. JV, fix the Discord link below the video. Honestly, don't know how to fix it. If YouTube changes the format when you click on it, I could sit there for 20 minutes playing with it, but it's not worth my time. You guys can figure out to copy paste it, right? But it's sad. YouTube, there's a lot of bugs on YouTube, apparently. Cheers, Jennifer. Thank you for tuning in. Thanks for being the best mod. Shout out KJam as well. We greatly appreciate you guys. No comment. Why bother? Viewers will flock back once we hit 100K. Yeah, for sure. I would agree with that as well. That's inevitable. That's just how it is. But anyways, fam, yes, the YouTube algo is ish. Preach. But anyways, I appreciate y'all. I'm going to get rolling. Thanks for tuning in. I'll be back this evening at 10 p.m. Eastern for the premiere. And tomorrow we'll be back 4 p.m. for the next pod episode. It'll be number 1620. That's right, yo. And I'll see you guys soon. I appreciate the support. Deuces. I'm out.
You agree? And there is no